You mentioned the fact that you're self-produced. Your production is phenomenal.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Thank you. I love producing. This. So fun.
Oh my gosh, absolutely. So do I. It's some part of the. I actually, to some degree, I don't know if you'll relate to this, but I kind of like producing a little bit more than songwriting. Songwriting is hard work
Yeah.
for me.
Songwriting is definitely the art that I take more seriously than the production. So
Mm.
I have more. I have more fun with the production than I
Hmm.
do with the writing because it is
That's well
hard work
said.
coming up with words, figuring out how to say things, how to make the words hit just right, how to make the melody sit right with the words that you've chosen.
Yeah.
There's all kinds of things that are really, it requires a lot of energy in your brain.
Yeah.
Production is more like a video game to me. It's like, let me try this. Oh, let me try and beat the boss this way. Oh, okay, that didn't work. Let me run around and refuel and then try this. It's kind of releases similar chemicals in my brain to
Mm.
when I would play video games as a kid. I don't play video games anymore, but production is my video game.
I hear you. For sure. I relate to that. So how does the relationship with Davin work then? Because
Yeah, so
I actually just spoke with Davin a week
yeah,
ago.
that's awesome.
Yeah, cool
Yeah,
guy.
Gavin is the best. I got connected to him through his old publisher. She doesn't work there anymore, but she just cold emailed me and she was like, "Hey, my writer Davin, I think he would work well with you. He did these songs, whatever." And I listened to those songs and I was like, "Dope. I like him. Cool." And then I did one session with him and we wrote this song called If I Were a Friend, which immediately I was like, "This is such a good song. What the heck?" And the process working with Davin, the most fun ever. Working with Davin is literally the most fun, I think, creative relationship that I've ever had. It
Mm.
is so free and open, and we send stems back and forth, and we try different things. We're always open to each other's ideas. We really trust each other creatively. I freaking love Davin. I think he's brilliant. And I think he is so tuned in to what actually makes writing songs fun
Yeah.
that he's not concerned about this isn't gonna people aren't gonna relate to this, blah blah blah. He's like, okay, what is just better, what makes it better. And he takes himself seriously but not too seriously.
Mm.
I don't know, so before we were able to meet in person, when we wrote If I Were a Friend, we wrote on Zoom. He had a guitar part that he recorded, sent it to me. I heard some drums in my head, so I built out the drums, I tracked the vocals, sent him a bounce, and then he was like, "Oh, I hear some stuff in the verse," and whatever. And then so he added some synths and harmonies and other drums, sent those stems back. Basically, the way we work is I house the session, so I'm the master session keeper. And then we just send things back and forth, send stems.
Oh, that's so cool, man.
Yeah,
That's a
and
really
so
cool way to
now,
produce.
yeah, it's
And
it's
right,
super.
I guess, technically.
Yeah. No, I don't know. I feel like we also intertwine production writing pretty heavily. When we work, it's okay, what chords are happening here?
100%.
What parts should we have?
The
But
ups,
now
the downs, the quiet parts, the loud parts.
exactly, yeah. So now that we're able to meet in person, the way that we've been working is I go over to his house, we write an amazing song, we produce it as far as we can together in his studio. So we usually track vocals, guitar, piano, drums. Oh, we don't track drums, but program drums. Usually while we're writing, kind of doing all that stuff. And then I'll take it home, and then I've been the finisher.
That's sick.
So,
Well, you definitely have the magic touch because it's sneaking phenomenal.
thanks.
Legit.
Yeah, no, Davin's. I could talk for an entire hour about how much I
that's
love
cool.
working.
Yeah, he's a cool
just
guy for sure.
So
For sure.
cool and just so emotionally intelligent.